This is Ekaterina Smirnova and I'm in a spring mood, and today I will show you how to paint cherry blossom. As usual, I've prepared a little sketch and we will be working on a larger paper. We'll use Cerulean Blue, Rose Madder, Ultramarine and Payne's Gray color. I'm using a small pointy brush and a wider soft. Cerulean Blue is our first color, and let's decide on the position of the mountain. I will make the outline of the volcano first, so it helps me to keep the shape. And using a very nicely diluted cerulean blue, I will paint sky. Very simply, with the wider brush, just apply it on the sky area. If you are running out of the color on your brush, you can always take more from the mix that you have prepared. I got so excited that I have forgotten to keep the border around the painting, but it is not a problem. You can use a napkin to remove extra paint. A dry brush or a folded paper towel will easily collect an extra liquid. Our next color is Rose Madder for the cherry garden. I will start with applying water on the paper. Watercolor is a beautiful medium, and you can create different textures, shapes, and forms. Here, I am applying paint on a wet surface that allows me to get soft edges. Use your imagination and apply pink color to create shapes of the trees. You can make variations on the density of the color. For example, if it's closer to the viewer, the color becomes much more sharp. When it's further away, the color is fading out. Don't forget about the border. In order to continue with the next step, I need to make sure that the top part of the trees is dry. And I will continue with Ultramarine for the Mount Fuji, and slowly and carefully minding the shape of the mountain, I'm gonna start making little lines to keep the top part, the snow, out. After I will finish with the lines, I can fill in the rest of the color, trying to create the tree shapes and the distance. My brush is almost dry by now, but there is still some paint left. So I am continuing on painting with the same brush, and this creates an effect like the mountain is coming through the trees in the distance. Make your mountain a little more three-dimensional by adding a light wash on the side. Now, it is important to dry your painting throughout for the next step. Our next color is Payne's Gray. I like to make test of a brush stroke first. Here is the very intense and solid line, but if I would remove the extra liquid from the brush, it would be a very different stroke. My goal is to find something in between. Something like that. Let's decide on the shape of the tree. I don't usually use a pencil, but if you feel more comfortable, go ahead. Again, I'm testing if the painting is dry and applying the intense Payne's Gray color, not pointing, but rather sideways, to create a shape of the cherry tree. My painting is inspired by the Japanese paintings and woodcuts of the cherry blossoms. That's why I'm trying to keep it very loose. If you have too much liquid on your brush, you will not be able to create such fine lines. So use a paper towel to remove extra water from the brush. Now is the most fun part, painting the actual blossoms. I'm using pure rose madder, and this time I'm just making little dots everywhere. They represent little blossoms. If you have too much paint, again, use a paper towel to remove an excess of the water. And here, there, everywhere, very randomly, just have fun. When I'm done with pink, I can use a pure white gouache or Chinese white watercolor. White dots look especially nice on a darker color. You could also make a few of the darker spots as well. I would like to sign my painting. It is optional to add a few of the Japanese characters to complete the style. Here are two options of hiragana saying cherry blossom and Sakura Matsuri, which means cherry blossom festival. You can stop this video anytime in order to copy the Japanese characters. It is not easy to write kanji and hiragana, so I recommend you to practice on a different paper before writing it on your actual painting. I hope you enjoyed this workshop. Please subscribe to my channel and visit my website ekaterina-smirnova.com.